Friends, Jennifer Priest here, and today I want to talk to you about changing your username on Instagram. It used to be that you couldn't do this, but now you can, but there's a little bit of a strategy involved. I've seen this question asked in a bunch of different forums, and I've actually had some people message me and ask me, how did you do that? Because I just went through this process when I rebranded my blog from Jennifer P. Priest to Smart Fun DIY. So here's a little background about how I figured this out, because everyone that I asked for advice was like, no, you can't change your username. So this account right here called Best Craft Rooms actually used to be my first original Instagram. It was Hydrangea Hippo, and that was my original site. Well, when I wanted to rebrand to Jennifer P. Priest, you couldn't change your Instagram username. So I had to start a whole brand new account. Well, when I wanted to rebrand from Jennifer P. Priest to Smart Fun DIY, I tested with this Hydrangea Hippo account and I changed it to be Best Craft Rooms. So you could totally just change the username. You literally open up Instagram and edit your profile. So I could click here, edit profile, and right there, username, you can just change it right away. So I'm not going to change this right now because I want to keep that one. But that's literally what you do. But let's say that other people know your brand, or maybe you have that printed on things, right? So I've been at events this year. I've passed out my business card. They all say Jennifer P. Priest. Yet over here on Instagram, now that I've rebranded from Jennifer P. Priest to Smart Fun DIY, they're not going to find anything when they type in Jennifer P. Priest. It's going to go to a 404 error page on Instagram, or it's going to say that account not found or something like that. So what do? If you want to keep that name, because you have all these people out there who know that name and who might be looking for you, and maybe you don't want anyone to take that name. So for example, Hydrangea Hippo, I didn't want anyone to take that because I still have that site. I'm just not working it. So here's what you're going to do. The first step is change your username on the account that you're using to the one that you want to use. So like I'm using Smart Fun DIY everywhere. I want to change my Instagram account to Smart Fun DIY. However, I don't want to lose Jennifer P. Priest. So what I did is I went on Instagram and I created a new account. And what I did here is I put, here's all my other accounts. And here's what I used to be, formerly Hydrangea Hippo, so that if somebody does type in Instagram.com/Jennifer P. Priest, which is on all my business cards and media kits and everywhere else, they're going to come here and it says, hey, find me over here. Then what I'm doing, and I'm doing this over time, is I'm posting an image of each brand that I'm running on Instagram for each account and telling people, hey, you can go over here, and that's what I'm going to share over there. Recipes, DIY, travel, blah, 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 on this account. And then this is another one that I did for my family, Real Food, Real Families account. And that's just another new account. It wasn't like I repurposed it. That was just a new one that I made. But what I plan to have this be is kind of like a landing page where people can come and see all the stuff that I'm doing, so that I keep my name, right? I don't want somebody else to snag the name and try to take my content or anything like funky like that. So I did the same thing with Best Craft Rooms and Hydrangea Hippo. This used to be Hydrangea Hippo. I renamed it Best Craft Rooms because I wanted to keep that chunk of followers. But I didn't want anyone to steal Hydrangea Hippo. So I put Hydrangea Hippo here so that if there's any links floating around out there that say Instagram.com/Hydrangea Hippo, that they'll come here and they'll be able to see, hey, we moved. You can go over there. And then I put a little post right here. So I just wanted people to know that, hey, I moved. Now, what happens if you have two accounts and you want to swap the names? Like, let's say I decided that I want to use, I'm going to ditch Smart Fun DIY and I want to use Best Craft Rooms for that. And I'm going to use this account because it has like more people. Well, you would have to make a third name. So what I would have to do first is go to Smart Fun DIY, because this is the one that I want to switch, and change it to like Smart Fun DIY 2. Then I would go over to Best Craft Rooms and change that to Smart Fun DIY. Then I would go back over here, which is now Smart Fun DIY 2, and I would change that to Best Craft Rooms. So if I wanted to switch the names on two accounts, you'd need some kind of third name as a placeholder while you're kind of doing this switcheroo in there. So if that doesn't make sense, please leave me a comment and and I will try to go into that a little more. I don't have like 3 accounts that I could mess around with showing you how to do that, but I could potentially make some fake accounts and then show you guys how that actually would work, how you would kind of do the shuffling. But you need some kind of third name in there to be a placeholder. And again, the reason you want to do this is to protect your brand. If you have those usernames out there on business cards or linked somewhere, and you change the username on Instagram, they are not going to redirect. The same with Facebook, they don't redirect, but I'm not going to make a whole nother Facebook page. So I figured with Instagram, it's something where people search, and I didn't want them to be upset when they searched for my name or something and were like, what? Like, we can't find her. Like, is her account missing? Okay, we're not going to hire her for a sponsored post or something. I didn't want to lose out on work or something like that because they can't find me anymore on Instagram. And again, on all these social platforms, you can't really do a redirect. So once you kill that link, it's dead. So for example, I did the same thing on YouTube, and youtube.com/hydrangeahippo no longer exists. I don't think I'm going to start a new one for that, but who knows. So anyways, that's how you do it here on Instagram, how to change your username, how to swap usernames on different accounts, and also how I recommend that if you do change your username, that you set up a new account with your old username and then tell people to go visit you at your new account or at your existing account that you changed the name on. So if you guys have any questions, please leave them down in the comment section and I would be happy to answer them. Again, we can continue this conversation over in our group, Smart Creative Social, here on Facebook. I hope to see you over there. I'll put a link to that here in the video caption, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.